That's crazy. Let me make sure audio should be good now. Sit there talk for like 6 minutes and that shit wouldn't even. There was no audio. That's crazy. Yeah, let me know y'all don't really fuck with me, man. Y'all let me sit there and just chat. But anyway, what I was saying was I wanted to just go live, let y'all know what to expect going forward on this channel. I definitely am going to lock in more on the informative side as far as like dropping, knowledge and gems. I'm gonna start back doing the filming vibes. I want to drop. I need to drop one today. Matter of fact, because I feel like I don't want people to lose sense of like what I'm doing on this channel, but at the same time, I'm trying to elevate and take my ideas to like, the next level. So, not only am I going to start doing more full length vlogs, I don't know how y'all feel about that. I know a lot. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but yeah, I see comments pretty often by people wishing that the content was longer. So I took note of that. That's actually going to be a normal thing. When I do drop vlogs, I want them to be at least 10 minutes or more. You know what I'm saying? So that's my goal. I feel like I could do that. Uh, the next thing I want to do is start really creating like I said, I want my YouTube, my channel to feel like its own Netflix pretty much. So with that being said, all of these, you need to shoot real films, this and that. I think it's the time for that too, because I'm not gonna lie, I think filming myself, not only is it getting more risky being out because people are starting to really know who I am a lot more and shit too. So it just kind of raises my anxiety, but. Uh, and it's a good thing that people are recognizing me, but I don't like to always be in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll give me the opportunity. It'll give people the opportunity to work with me and also let me put the focus on somebody else and just truly focus on the camera work a lot more. And then this whole green box idea, I don't know if y'all watched the last vlog that I just put up, but that segment that I titled the green box, I just have a strange feeling that's gonna really strike off really quick. I know for a fact it is. So I'm just kind of in this place of I was just telling somebody last night, I'm in a place of preparation, like mentally right now. I can tell that, and I say this all the time, but I'd have a very strong intuition. So I know when I feel something is usually right. But I feel like I gotta get myself prepared for this next chapter in my life. I feel like something big is about to happen, and I just need to be prepared for it. Because with anything that's good, it's a lot of bad that can come with it too. So you just always want to, be realistic and be in the middle of those things, and just know how to, what I'm saying, maintain. Because it's not worse than building up something and then it just falls apart because you wasn't prepared. So without preparation, it's gonna fail anyway. And that's pretty much. I just got on here to really kind of vent to y'all in a sense and just give y'all like my perspective and where I'm at mentally right now. But most importantly is, like I said, it's a channel update in a sense. I don't know if I'm going to like, I don't know. I think it's really challenging because I don't be knowing exactly what everybody personally loves about the channel. I know they just like the quality. I think that a lot of people have hit the subscribe button because they come across uh my personality, stuff like that. But at the same time, I be trying to, really lock in on what it is that people look forward to. Um, and yeah, at the same time, it's like I realize it's really should be about what I want to drop, and then people gonna gravitate towards it. But I don't want to put my time and effort into things that people are not really paying attention to. I just feel like that's kind of insane. I just be trying to put different, stuff out so it could just give people options of what they want to watch. Some people might be here to learn. Some people might just be here for inspiration. Some people might be here just to, see like cinematic vlogs for, a reference so they can do theirs the same way. So I just be pretty much trying to drop all type of stuff because I don't know what it is that everybody really wants. But I know for a fact what I want is to really start getting deeper into my cinematography bag. I want to take myself off of camera a lot and put somebody else in front of it. Um, And you know, I'm gonna still vlog myself, but I feel like it's kind of getting like OD. It's like, all right, bro. But it shows you how creative I am because I think a lot of people would have been tapped out on filming themselves at this point. I just don't like to stand around, not really doing nothing in the videos. To me, it's kind of equivalent to what I said. Um, well, what I have always said about other YouTubers' content is just when people walk for miles and shit, and that's supposed to be a short film. I personally don't like that, but I kind of have gravitated towards that for myself. But I just know how to make things feel intentional, so it doesn't give you the vibe of I'm just doing bullshit. Um, oh, there's my boy Kyle. But yeah. But anyway, man, enough about me. I really just be going live to, you know, pick y'all brain as well. So, first off, how's everybody doing that's watching right now? It's goddamn, what time is it here? It's 9:42. Something else that I need to focus on is I need to create structure. I learned I'm a very sporadic person, but that can also work against you too. When you're a person that just gets up and go and do shit, yeah, it feels great, but the same way you just getting up and go, time just goes as well. So I need to really structure my days and my time out. I need to start writing down ideas instead of just freestyling. That is a gift I have to just be able to create all of this shit with no plans at all. But I could imagine how much better it would be if I did plan, you know. Um, I got the series that I keep saying I'm going to do, but I'm about to really make a post about that in a few minutes. Actually, where's my iPad? Yeah, I need to charge this up. But I want to do the series called Black is Beautiful. Um, I need to plan that out. I want the first episode to be either just random shots around the city, highlighting like, you know what I'm saying, what I consider to be black beauty or whatever. And then I want to do a cookout like scene. And I need to definitely plan for that. So I think that'll be dope as hell. But yeah, man, shit. Outside of that, I've been on this whole like I don't know. I just feel like I've been in a different mindset lately. My creativity has been at its all-time high. Uh, I don't know, man. Like it's crazy. But I think the more you get into your craft, you start really getting passionate about stuff. You start to really feel like immersed into it. It start to really become your lifestyle, and that's the best thing about it. You say you're doing great. Keep it up. I feel like I was the same and definitely felt my work improve in planning and storyboarding. Now for sure. So I'm gonna literally be doing that more often. I feel like I could let y'all see me working like storyboarding stuff because no matter what I write down, it's still not gonna be filmed the same as that way. So I guess they wouldn't take anything from it by letting y'all see it ahead of time. But um, I think what I'm gonna start focusing on is the things that I'm not good at. I think I'm putting too much emphasis on the things that I am, and I need to get back into that bag of, you know, if I'm trying to level up, I need to focus on the things I'm not comfortable with, or you know, things that challenge me so I can improve. Because something else I need to work on is just, and I think I do a pretty good job with my speech, like the way I talk and stuff, like articulating myself. But with the green box convo, I potentially am going to be sitting with powerful people. That's what I feel from that. Um, and I had the idea of, you know, with the green box is really dope because a lot of people's childhoods are on that. So what I thought about is it'd be dope if I actually go to where, like when I interview somebody and see this is the thing, it can turn into an interview thing now. And just imagine if I have big artists, big, you know, like famous people, stuff like that, that sit there with me. I got to be able to articulate myself and hold a real conversation on whatever level they're on. So that's something I was like, damn, I didn't even realize how big this idea could get. But I know once I do the first episode, like the first guest I have with my boy Deontay Kyle, I don't know if y'all know who he is. He has the Grits and Edge podcast. He has 350,000 followers, and you know that's like they're like my brother type shit. Um, so once I put him on there first, it's gonna literally just be a domino effect after that. And when I showed him that, he said, "Bro, you a fucking genius." He said, "Bro, I never would have thought of a simple concept like that." But he said, "Bro, like you literally just unlocked some shit with that." So I had to act on that right away because I know how people's work. Um, and once he posted, it's gonna literally be so many people that's so inspired to like jump on that already have people saying it now, and it didn't even get as much reach as I thought um, right away because I feel like it didn't. Maybe it was the time I posted it too, but yeah, once people see that, it's gonna make everybody want to be a part of it, and it could potentially be something that becomes like the next fucking mic drop thing or something where everybody just want to sit and communicate or conversate about anything. And that's the rule. It's no rules to it. So whatever the topic is, that's what it is. And I think it's a good way of, and this is what I've been talking about doing. It's kind of a way of allowing people to like it's like a therapy session, but it's like free spirited. It's no judgment. It's just more so just having a open conversation type shit, and that's really what we did growing up. We used to sit on that shit, talk about girls that we used to like at school, or fights that happen, or just funny shit that happened, and we'll sit there for hours on the green box. So I knew once I put that out, a lot of people was gonna like resonate with that because I just really pay attention to you know detail, and I just know like people, we all have something in common. So that's like one thing that everybody has experienced in their childhood, especially if you was in the hood, in apartments and shit like that. Sitting on that green box is iconic. They tell us don't sit on that, you're gonna get electrocuted. We still sat on them every day, especially during the summer. So but yeah, man, I know I'm saying a lot of shit, but this is hot, bro. When I say I literally got hit with so many ideas like last night, I don't think I ever had that much creativity as I did last night. It was crazy. Um, I literally I planned out a whole series in my head. I was thinking of, I don't even know if I should tell y'all the idea, but I kind of want y'all feedback on it. So yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. It don't matter. So I had this concept. Y'all seen the one of the recent little cinematic vlogs I did where I was at the payphone and shit at night. I was thinking about what if I became like this hitman, right? And the whole moral of it is I'm a good person by day and I become this bad person by night type shit. So it's like um and I feel like it's kind of like alter ego thing, but I feel like it'll be really interesting because I could really play both sides of that. And I feel like getting somebody to act in it would be dope as well, like as far as being the main character. But I was like, I don't really think people would be able to do it the way I would. Just because I don't know, it's kind of like my actual personality. Like a lot of people underestimate me when it comes to like anything like basketball and stuff. Like it be funny because I don't say much, but when it comes to like being creative, I'm very like open and I guess vulnerable in that state. But outside of that, I'm actually like a lot of people say I seem mean in real life and shit like that. So I kind of just take what people say and I just kind of use it to my advantage. But I think that's why it would hit home for people who know me because it's like, damn, I feel like he could be this way, but it'll be interesting. So I was just trying to figure out a way to actually give myself like make a film with me actually acting for once and see how that would go. So that's kind of gonna be like my debut with that. Um that whole concept is gonna be insane because it's like I just already see like the type of shots and instead I can go forward that and I know that's gonna like reel people in. I don't know how long each episode should be and I don't know how many episodes I should do. So that's kind of like what I've been trying to figure out. What do y'all think? Um do y'all think how long do y'all feel like each episode should be if it's gonna be a series and um yeah, it's gonna go crazy. Like cause I naturally just and I get that from my dad. My dad is not a friendly looking person, you know what I'm saying? But when you get to know him, he's a gentle giant. That's what I would consider like our personalities. Like if you don't know us for the most part, especially when I'm out and about, like I just kinda I give people that I don't want to be talked to like vibe. But it's like I can see myself in that space, but I don't know. I always been kind of careful with playing with that type of mentality because you can actually lock into that mode for real. I heard that Michael B. Jordan he suffered with that and had to get therapy. I don't think I would go to that extent, but when you're acting, sometimes it becomes you have to become that character to really sell it, and that's what he did with Black Panther. And he said he actually was like depression and shit because of that. Because he's not a evil or dark person. So to really live in that space, just to play the role, he couldn't snap out of it. And I was like, damn, I never thought about it that way. You know, these actors really be having mental breakdowns and shit based off these characters that they play. And if y'all think about it, a lot of them commit suicide after doing certain roles because they can't go back to who they was before. And yeah, so it makes perfect sense. You know, I didn't think about that until he said it, and I'm like, damn, that's why a lot of people like. Um, I don't remember if the guy who played the Joker, like Heath Ledger, did he actually commit suicide or what was that? I don't remember. I don't remember his how he passed away, but he was one of the people that really killed it. Like he sold that character. Like, I don't think nobody would ever be able to play. Not even think nobody would ever be able to play the Joker the way he did. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I think when you see him like outside of that character, he was always smiling. He was always, you know, just seemed like a positive person. So to play that evil role so crazy like that, and I'm talking about selling it. I don't know, like to the point I'm like, damn, you know, I forgot it was just as a made up character. Like he really went crazy. Like, and yeah, that's crazy. Sleeping pills. That's crazy, bro. So I think that's the main thing I understand about myself is, you know, just having self control. Nobody can make you do anything. You are in full control of your brain. You know, sometimes we might not feel like we are, but you are really in full control of your life. You know, it's what you choose to do with it. You know, the only way things can happen is if you put yourself in those situations, or you know, you just not making smart decisions. But you know, at the end of the day, man, we all here to just gain experience and you know share knowledge. That's kind of like the way I view life. I don't feel like I know it all, but I feel like at the same time I do know a lot. What's going on, Fred? But yeah, them painkillers is crazy. I remember Robin Williams. He was another person. Um, it's sad, bro. When I think about it, it's a lot of people that be actors that really go through it, and I don't. That's the reason why I never really cared to get so deep into it because I know myself too. I would never commit suicide though. I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't do it. Like I actually, and I ain't gonna say I love myself too much, and I'm not like I'm the same way that they didn't, but you know, a lot of shit just be unfortunate. It could just be a sporadic thought, and you just acted on it, and now you're not here. So, um, yeah, I don't judge people for what they do. I just definitely be careful about what I do and the energy that I allow into my life. Cause sometimes that's what it is too. You know, people can be getting in your head and egging it on, making it worse, making you feel like your life is so bad, this and that. But you know, when you eliminate outside validation or all that outside noise, and you work on the things within, you kind of build a force field around bullshit. Like shit don't really get to you as much, and that's why I get called cold. I get called nonchalant. I get called all the things that uh for whatever you call a person that seems like they don't care about what you got going on, that's what I get hit with. And it's only because I understand that no matter what I feel about your life or what you do, I don't have full control of it. So there's no point in me giving so much energy to something that's not in my control, you know. So I just kind of I don't like overexerting myself. I'm a very low key, chill person. I just love creating. I don't like to create problems. I like to create solutions. I just was saying this on the green box thing. You know, that's pretty much where my mindset and my mentality is. I don't like to overexert into things that don't add to me. If it don't add to me, I subtract it, plain and simple. And I feel like if a lot of people had that mentality, it wouldn't be as much drama. It wouldn't be as much beef. Motherfuckers wouldn't have ops. You know, it just people kind of thrive off negativity. And you know, the sad thing is, I feel like it's a positive way to use the negativity too. I could you know use it for series or stuff like that just to kind of shed light on it and get people to see things a different way. And that's pretty much what my whole goal is with film. I want people to kind of learn to see life the way that I do, you know, because I feel like if a lot of people did, it wouldn't be as much drama. I don't have ops. I don't have motherfuckers that, you know, got problems. Well, I can't say. I don't know if people got problems with me, but it was it's most likely they got a problem with themselves. I'm a very straightforward person. Like, I'd rather let you know what I feel before you got to guess. uh, all that type of shit. And that just eliminates a lot of problem. But let me read what you said. Yeah, that's crazy though. A lot of these people overdose. That's crazy. It would be cool to treat it as an episodic. we're saying having them be, hold on, we say having them be self-contained each episode. Maybe your character is going to find balance because he doesn't accept the other side of himself fully. Oh yeah, that's dope. So that was the whole thing. So it's like, um, and maybe this is from me being a kid. I always kind of like took this into like real consideration. Y'all know when we get into a situation where we start to question um that good or that bad side in ourselves. I always feel like you got an angel on one shoulder and you got the devil on one side. I always tell people when I get um in a place of real frustration, I start and I make a careless decision. It goes from one angel and one devil to two devils telling me to do stuff. And I feel like that's what happens a lot of time. People get in their own head, and that is the most dangerous thing when you actually talk to that inner voice and it tells you to do stuff. Um, and yeah, I feel like that happens a lot. That's why people black out. That's why a lot of people just crash out. And me understanding that, I learned I don't need to listen to what my initial thought is right away. I always like to reevaluate, kind of step away from situations now and try to understand what's really triggering this emotion that I'm feeling before I act on it. And I feel like that has helped me a lot, shit. Cause I used to be hot headed, especially in my 20s and shit like that. But I feel like 30 years old, you still hot headed is just insane work. Like that's crazy. Like you should have been figured it out by now. So all that, YN shit, I let them have that. I don't think it's cool to be a YN. I mean, that's what you are. I respect it, but me personally, I don't. I'm not trying to like be fighting. I'm not fighting to stay young. I'm not. I'm not none of that shit. Like I'm truly accepting of where I'm at mentally, age wise, all of that shit. Like I feel like honestly, it's weird when you get to your 30s. I feel like this is when your life really starts. I don't know why, but when I was in my 20s, I felt like I was grown as hell. I feel like I was just doing so much. I really wasn't doing shit, bro. And I ain't gonna say I wasn't because I mean, in my 20s, I was working my way up to this, but it's something different about it, bro. When you just hit 30, it just and you know what it is? It's the pressure that you feel. Like I could be all the way transparent. Like right now, I literally cried my eyes out. I broke all the way down on my 30th birthday. I don't remember if I told y'all this, but I was literally the brokest I ever been in my life on my 30th birthday. Like it was crazy. And the reason for that is because I literally was the when I turned 29, I put so much pressure on myself to be at a certain place. And throughout that whole year, you know what I'm saying, I'm just not even dedicating time to my craft. I'm literally giving everything I got to, at the time, my family or, the situation I had. I was so invested into that. I literally didn't invest nothing into myself. And it showed when I turned 30, you know what I'm saying? And that shit broke me because it's like, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you literally cannot give your whole life to anybody. You know what I'm saying? You deserve to give it to yourself first. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, like if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't look out for the other person or show up and be present, but don't ever like get to the mode where you're giving somebody else 100% and you giving yourself whatever is left after that. Because honestly, what's left out of 100% that you're giving to people? Zero. And I feel like that's what the hell I was doing. So now that I'm single, I've been single for over a year now. um it kind of like I used to feel like it was a bad thing, like damn, I'm 30, I'm single, all this shit. But I had asked myself like what do I need a relationship for at this point? What do I actually get out of them besides like um just it's a lot of time that you invest all of this shit, and it takes away it could kind of like slow down your progress or what you got going on if it's not with the right person. Let me just say that. When you're dealing with the right person, you don't feel pressure. You actually feel pushed. See, it's a difference. Pressure is only felt when somebody's trying to hold you down or hold you in a certain place. But when you're being pushed, you don't feel anything. You just feel you should feel motivated. So I think a lot of people don't be actual partners in relationships. They just be a person in it, and I feel like that's why a lot of stuff don't really flourish as much. But in this generation, this shit cook, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like dating and shit like this. And this is me getting personal, I guess. But just since I have been single and started dating and shit like that, I don't even consider myself dating like and shit anymore. Like it just yeah. I'm not investing into this shit that people got going on. It's like people don't even have morals and shit no more. They don't even have self-respect. But they want to be married. They want to goddamn, have kids. It be crazy, bro. So I just be so lost. I'm like, bro, you cannot skip past some of the stuff that's needed to build a foundation. Y'all don't care to have those qualities, but y'all want marriage so bad, and I just don't get it. It's like people don't respect you as like women will say shit like, we don't need a nigga, we don't need this and that, but y'all want marriage. It's like, do you hear your fucking self? Like, do you hear how dumb that sounds? Like, you blatantly say you don't need the other person, but you need them to have what, a social like status, a social. You feel like it'll put you above other people because what, you're married, or I just be truly lost. It's like y'all skipping past the main traits that you need to be a partner. Y'all don't care to have those, because y'all listen to shit like Sexy Red, Glorilla, or Megan Thee Stallion. And I guess I'm getting older, but when I come across women, or I don't even say women, when I come across girls that listen to shit like that, and I'm talking about real deals, singing their heart out to it, like they real deal relating to that shit, you're not nothing I want to be with at all. And I know they was like, damn, that brother's just music. Nah, it's the same for niggas too. Like, if we got them listening, if I'm 30 years old and I'm out here singing my life out to motherfucking NBA Youngboy and Baby Kia and fucking uh all this little drill shit, and I'm talking I'm real deal. You can tell like I'm passionately feeling this shit. It's like, bro, you still trying to live in that space. Like, I'm not stupid. Um, I mean, you just call a spade type shit, right? It's one of those type of things. So I just be more conscious of that, and yeah, it's super cooked. I'm talking about, and I don't even like saying cook because, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this. This might make y'all laugh, but I think people need to stop saying things are cooked because most of them can't cook. I see a lot of people using that, and I'm like, bro, do you even know how to cook? Like, goes for girls too. Um, that's another thing that's kind of funny to me as well. Like, a lot of like the women I have came across in this time, like of being single and shit, a lot of them don't cook. A lot of them just don't really have nothing to offer as a wife. They just feel like, just because they're the woman and they're attractive, like that's good enough. Like, no, not for me personally. Like, I have high expectations. I don't. Let me put it like this: I don't expect a lot, but I do. It's certain traits that it's just mandatory that a woman has to have to for me to even look at you in any type of way serious. Like, and it's one of those. So, um, yeah, and I like I said, and the reason why I learned to not expect a lot because you don't get let down as much. I don't know if y'all deal with that, but yeah, expectations lead to disappointment, leads to letdown. And I learned if you don't expect nothing for somebody, you just take them as is. Whatever, if it works for you, then that's when shit can, prosper. But when you go into things with blind expectations or, hidden agendas and shit like that, it usually never works out well because as soon as they don't align with it, you either pissed off, irritated, and shit like that. So I just save myself the headache by just not really caring what people choose to do. If they do right by me, then they'll still have me in their life. If not, then I'm out. Plain and simple. And doing that shit has saved me so much time and headache. Yeah. But I ain't trying to get too deep into the personal shit, but I'm just kind of chopping up by that. Let me see. It said facts, bro, get passports. All right, so oh yeah, so Fred, he be over there in Brazil. So what is it like there? Um, well, I ain't gonna get you to type all of that. I really should have. I know. What we should start doing sometime is hop on TikTok because I know that the y'all could jump in on that. I did see you can collab on like live streams and shit. Out. Let me see. Can you do it on here? Nah, I don't know. But yeah, man, it's one of those things that yeah, I just think it's the US for real too. It just over here, people are so free spirited, having freedom of speech, being able to do what you want, how you want. It doesn't give people like morals and shit like that, I guess. And people are starting to wake up and realize I could really do what I want, how I want. And it just kind of make people feel entitled, it make people feel superior, I guess. Like everybody feels like they just don't need nobody. But as they get older and all this social media shit fades away, well, I ain't gonna lie, I don't think social media will ever die down because it literally is how people search everything. It's becoming like Google in a sense. So I don't see social media dying. That's why if you are a smart person, you would master like how to be on it. That's what I'm at. uh, but yeah, you just gotta be very mindful of like intentions and You know what I'm saying? Making sure you are doing the right things to get around the right people in the right situations, you know? For real. I said, check my last message. We said, oh, getting your Luts tonight, going to reach out to you for sure. Yeah, let me know how that go. If you have any issues with it, you already know what you could do, man. Just reach out to me. But shit, really, I go live daily, editing with those vlogs, editing those vlogs with my Luts and stuff like that. So you can really just check any of my live stream to see how I color grade with them. But lately, I've been running to, like, my Luts been working with no color correction, so that's been crazy to me. But yeah, man, who all we got in the chat right now, man? I hate that I can't really see everybody in here. I know we got Fred. Who else we got? We got Crypto. I think that's it. Oh, I don't even know how to say your name. But y'all know. Is how you say it. I know we got Celeste in here. I know that was really dope, man, to have Celeste pull up. Um, it was supposed to be a meetup, but it's funny, only she was the only person to show up. I did a really bad job with that, so I'm gonna do another one this month. Um, yeah, that shit felt good, man. I've had a great time that day. That was a great day. We got Atlanta. What's going on, Atlanta? What's that? I like your videos. Which lens do you use? S5 II, please. I use all type of lenses, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's a question I kind of, yeah, I get asked a lot. But I use the 24-70 mostly. Outside of that, I can't say mostly though, cause well, yeah, I use that one the most. But outside of it, I still love the Panasonic lenses. I love the 18. Well, I ain't gonna say I love. I rarely use the 18 millimeter. Um, I love the 35. I love the 50 and the 85. If I really could just use prime lenses, I would just only like switch out of those. But the 24-70 is what I use majority of the time, just because the type of film style I have and the content, I be very sporadic, and I like being able to zoom really quick to get shots, especially for vlogging. So yeah, it's one of those things. Um, but I don't think it's the best lens. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's better than the Panasonic lenses. I feel like they have a softer like look. I think they do really good with like capturing like the gloom and skin tone. It looks great. Like I think Panasonic did their thing with that. Um, Still here. I don't even know how to say your name. Yeah, I don't even want to try to say it and get it wrong because I feel bad. But I'm just say Z. We got Z in here. So yeah, you got it right. I'm watching from South Africa. That's what's up, man. Oh, that's crazy. I got the name right, so I'm getting better with that. Say laugh out loud. There will be more of us next time. I really enjoyed it for sure. What I'm thinking is I want to do a more controlled environment that still has like an aesthetic. You know what I need to do? I need to see how much it costs to rent out Camkurt Studios, because that shit off of the belt line. We could be inside. Because what I don't want is I don't want a lot of people just being able to, you got to be careful with that shit too. Just open publicly announcing where you're going to be at is not a smart idea, especially like what I ran into recently. I just got to be very smart with that shit. I be forgetting to, like, motherfuckers see me as bigger than what I am, and you gotta be smart about that. Always be careful with doing this shit. I'm not gonna tell y'all to go out and just be oblivious, because as you in your creative world, you still are in the real world too. Always remember that. Just because you want to go out and vlog doesn't mean that other people not having a bad day, other people ain't feeling, feeling some type of way or triggered by what you're doing. You just gotta always be aware. But at the same time, you just read the room first. Don't ever just go pull your camera out, start filming shit. If you feel like if you even get a 1% feeling in your goddamn gut that something's off, trust it. Don't be the person like, maybe I'm just tripping. No, it's something's telling you that for a reason. Um, I just recently, I ain't gonna say I had a situation, but it just like people just be weird sometimes, bro. People be trying to stall around and shit, try to like size you up, see what you got going on. I'm not going for none of that shit. Like that's why like when I vlog by myself, I don't really take long, because I don't like being like leaving myself in a space where I can be vulnerable or prone to shit. I just be very careful with how I move. But I can honestly say I get good. I have a lot of good experiences being out vlogging. People just be knowing me. and they walk up and be like, "Oh shit, bro, I seen your content. You be on TikTok and shit." And I'm like, "Oh shit, that's what's up, bro." I never really had people I haven't had nobody ask to take a picture or no shit like that. I'm not at that mode yet, I guess. But that's even something that I have to, like I said, prepare myself for because I'm not a photogenic person, and I feel like when it comes to just snapping pictures with people, I be very awkward. I don't even know about posing. I don't know about, my face expression just be off. It just seemed like I never take the right pictures on some random shit. Like, and people like to take pictures of you and post it, right away. So it just be, this is something I have to really practice doing. It's funny to say this, but I know this about myself. Like, if somebody like just randomly say let's take a group photo and shit, I look like I don't want to be in it, but that's not the way I need to carry myself because I'm, becoming a person of influence and shit like that. And, people be excited to, run across you and I look like I don't want to be in the picture with them is that's kind of crazy. But it's not them. It's literally a self problem, like it's something that I deal with. Um, and I guess because I don't know. I like being on video versus pictures. I just feel like somebody can easily just catch you while you blinking or anything. You look kind of crazy, and then they post that shit. I don't like that. So that's why I be so self conscious about the way the picture's gonna look before it's taken that it makes me look weird as you're taking it. Oh, you took. Yeah, I didn't. Who the hell took the group photo? Who I did? Was it yours? Was it your idea? Honestly, I don't know what it looks like. So, but that's why like something that I always train myself to do too is I always want to be presentable. I always want to what I'm saying, just keep myself up because you never know who you're gonna run into. It's a real thing, So like me, like right now, I would not feel good about being in somebody's picture right now. I just feel like I feel like the Geico commercial where they used to use the caveman. That's kind of what I feel like when my hair is not really retwisted and shit like that. I feel like this is just me, just at a my natural. I ain't gonna say my natural state, but I'm just on some you know, I'm just locked in right now. But yeah, I like to really be presentable because once cameras and shit get out, you don't know who's gonna see you when people post stuff like that. And it's not about outside validation, it's just a self thing. Like I like to be at my best regardless. Um, yeah, with anything, even if I'm going to the store and shit, I'm not the type of person just go with a dirty ass shirt on, just like man, fuck it, I'm just going up the street. I don't play like that because when, you never know who you're gonna run into, and that could be their first impression of you. Or it's, oh damn, this person I met him in person. He didn't give a fuck about himself. Like, and and that's what people would, say, but it's not really validation. It just you don't want to like carry yourself in a way that you are truly not. That's all it is. So I always have been that person. That's why I've been working out lately. I went to the gym last night. I was there at 2 in the morning. It's because I'm starting to, I'm getting older and shit. So I realize like I'm not really losing weight as fast as I used to. And it's only because I don't play basketball no more. What's going on? But like today I need to go and actually do that. I need to go and run. I need to really get back in my bag because I told myself, I turned 31 this year. My 30th year was the hardest year of my life. I can honestly say that, but I want when my birthday comes back around, I want it to really transform into my full potential, and that's gonna be my way of like start my 30s off and kind of setting the tone and making a statement. So I have to apply pressure now to see those results later. So I can't really. It's like I want delayed gratification on purpose with this situation. Like I want to work my ass off now. So when I get towards my birthday, I do plan on going out the country or something for it. Um, what I actually would like to do is I would like to take December off from working with anybody and actually go travel to different places and just really connect with everybody who supported me the whole year. That was a goal that I have too. And I don't know though. I really wish I probably should do it in like November though. Like because realistically it would be dope to drop a new video every single day of December. Cause it could be like the whole vlogmas type thing. I know that's a little term that everybody like to use around that time period, but it can kind of be like I already got all this shit set in stone to just release all throughout December. And on my birthday I wanted to just kind of do like a transformation, like a reveal of, showing how it was before and just like me stepping into my 30s is me reaching my full potential. And I think that'll resonate with a lot of people because we feel like once we hit 30, we're old as hell. And I don't know why we naturally tell ourselves that when we hit 30, we're supposed to be millionaires. I mean, it's a good milestone to have, but it's like realistically, like a lot of us don't figure shit out until our late 20s. So just automatically saying you're going to be a millionaire by 30 is crazy, you know, when you think about it. I'm here to tell y'all, like, if you're not making necessary steps now to generate money out of whatever you're doing, you have to have multiple streams of income, or you have to really just have one skill set you have just really just blow. I'm talking about like for me, right? If I have a video that goes viral, say if 1 million people see my video, and out of those 1 million people, 100,000 of those people buy my Luts, I literally just got rich off of that one thing. You see what I'm saying? So what I learned is I'm playing the numbers and the probability game right now. So the more things that I put out to the world for them to either, you know, purchase or to invest into, is more chances of me becoming rich faster versus me having this one thing that I'm trying to push, and I pray that people catch on to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I have learned. And it really is the smartest thing, like for me, right? I do one-on-one coaching now. I don't know if y'all are aware of this. I post about this on social media damn near every day. I be on TikTok live daily. um, but I do one-on-one coaching now. So if y'all actually want to learn like how to film like me, or to get your aesthetic to feel very similar, I actually do online coaching where we get on Google Meet. You can share your screen, you can share your editing process or whatever you want to talk about. It's like literally free game. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what the topic is, but you literally get to ask me as much as you want in an hour. It costs like 150, but I just started doing this 2 weeks ago and already had 3 people booked. So it's something that I literally didn't understand that, you know, I should be charging for, but it's like all of this shit that I'm on here speaking about daily, a lot of people they have to pay for that information. So I kind of just looked at it like I need to not waste my potential. Um and just yeah, just create that space where I can directly help people. And what I will say is the people that I have did those sessions with, 2 of them already sent me back work that they did since we had those meetings, and it's literally night and day. It's crazy. So I feel really great about that. But I say all of that to say this: like once you find your purpose, you literally you just gotta lock in on it, and that's when all the money and all the monetary shit starts to flow after that. He said, "Do I need a camera before booking?" Not at all. Not at all. Because honestly, you can film with your phone. So everything that I'm doing, I could literally do with a phone. I'm gonna be all the way honest. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna actually film a cinematic vlog completely with my phone, and I'm not gonna reveal what it was shot with until the end of the video. But I'm gonna do that just to prove to y'all like you don't need a camera for real, because I'm gonna tell y'all one vlog that I did where I actually used a lot of phone footage and nobody even peeped it. If y'all go, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna show y'all this jacket that I wore, and when y'all go back and find this video, once y'all see the scene where it says Summer Hill, everything after that is iPhone. And I want y'all to really catch on to this. Hold on. So when y'all see, I want y'all to go back and find the video where I wore this shit. When y'all go and see this video where I had this jacket on, every scene after where you see it says Summer Hill, where I was standing by that wide shot by the wall, everything after that was iPhone. And nobody peeped that shit. That's how I know, like, for a fact, it's really just, it's about your style. It's about the way you film things. And honestly, this iPhone, once you download the Black Magic app, you'll be surprised what you come up with. But yeah, this is the actual jacket. I'm gonna show y'all the front too. Yeah, when y'all go and see this video where I'm wearing this, it's, I'm trying to say how much of it is the iPhone. I'll say 40, probably 30 to 40% of it is shot with the iPhone. And I still have the scenes. Like, if y'all think I'm bullshitting, I would really, I think it's still on my phone too. I'm gonna literally airdrop those and probably let y'all see like the color grading and stuff, like how I did it on those clips. But I was really like mind blown. Like it did a great job. So yeah, you definitely don't need a camera to book, because what I'm teaching you is like all of the things that's needed to, understand what makes it look cinematic. So like, shooting in the right frame rate, white balance, whatever you ask, honestly, because everybody's different. Some people that booked it kind of knew a lot. They just didn't know like what they're missing. So it kind of was like they paid for a critique session in a sense, and I kind of broke down like what's making their footage not so cinematic. And once they tweaked that, it's like it instantly took them to a whole nother level. So that's really the goal of it. Is I'm literally coaching you. So with coaches, you gotta take a person from where they're at and you gotta push them to where they need to be. So that's kind of like what I'm doing in a very fast way, because I just know how to like break stuff down, and in the easy way. That's why a lot of people love my content. It's very straight to the point, and that's because I'm a straight to the point person. I don't like bullshitting around. We're not gonna get on there and I'm gonna just try to crack jokes. If I mean, of course, I'm gonna be myself, but I don't make it about me. Like, you're not booking to hear about what I got going on. It's not about me at the time. So it's 100% about y'all. What's going on, Rick? Yeah, man. Yeah. Hopefully he's not jumping in with titles today. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that he jumped in now. But anyway, you need, yeah. So that's the thing too. Something else I want to let y'all know: that coaching is not just about camera shit. It could be about social media presence. It can be about actually knowing how to get your videos to be visible. I don't know if y'all seen, but a lot of people been literally tagging me and sending me screenshots of Valanda's last video. They said, "Look who done jumped on the bandwagon." Shit. But yeah, he's starting to do the I make vlogs like movies type shit. Or in the sense, he kind of changed the wording a little bit. But it's like, come on, bro, it's obvious as hell. Like, come on now, you know. And I know for a fact that he sees my content, because now when I look at other channels that people watch that subscribe to me, it comes from his channel, Danny Gervitz, I think that's how you say his name. A few other big cinematographers that's on this platform that everybody watch. They kind of throw me into the realm of that now. So I know these people came across my work. Like, that's, and especially on Threads, I'd be doing 100K pretty often on Threads in a day. So that's why I say, if you just want to learn how to get your stuff visible, I know how to teach you that too, because a lot of people just don't understand it. I do. I recently just shot a whole vlog for B Simone with the S5 too. So that's crazy, man. We got two full length vlogs in the vault. I'm actually still editing it right now. She's gonna drop those really soon. But yeah, I shoot for other people all the time. I just don't post it as much because, yeah, I don't post it as much because I'm just trying to build my own brand on my channel, and I don't want it to be about what I'm doing for everybody else. So that's kind of like why I stopped posting music videos. And it's crazy, bro. Whatever you post is what gets you booked. So, as far as my price, it depends on like the details of what I'm doing. Cause what I learned, it's not really good to give a general like price, because the workload might be way more complex than what I'm signing up for. So once, if you could DM me and tell me exactly like what is it you looking for, I tell people a lot of times, send me an example so I can kind of see the editing style, see how long you want it to be. All of that stuff matters. How many locations, how many hours. So it's hard to give a general price when I don't really know what I'm getting myself into. So as long as I understand like what you need, I can give you a fair price for me, what I feel is worth like my time and effort for it. And I also be considerate of, not being reasonable. I don't try to like OD it just because like shit, I'm not the best in the world, no shit like that. So I'm not finna try to charge an arm and a leg for everything. But at the same time, I do realize the type of quality and level of, um, production I can produce by myself. So I just be like, yeah. Because basically, what I tell people is, when you book me, you basically paying for a full production team in one person. And I know that doesn't probably feel good to a lot of people, but to me, I would respect if one person is capable of doing all of these things. And, you know, uh, I would actually feel like they should be paid more for that. But it's kind of the opposite. When you have a team, people feel better about paying a bigger team than one person. I don't know, it's just a psychological thing, I guess. But yeah. He said, "Shit, I might hop on the wagon for sure, man. Go ahead and hop on it, shit." But remember, I told y'all though, and this how y'all know I'm very smart with this social media shit. I told y'all the reason why I kept spamming that shit every day because I said eventually it's gonna get caught on, and somebody who has a bigger following is gonna try to take over it. And by the time that they do the first one, I have like 30 to 40 videos done already. So people are gonna put two and two together. People are not slow. Some people are. They common sense ain't coming is what I learned. But if you actually have common sense, you'll realize, okay, this person's been doing it. So it'll kind of be like, yeah, you just kind of sent a lot of people to see my content at that point, without even noticing it. But yeah, that's why I don't really feel any type of way bad about it. Say, hey, Prime, I have a question. I've been having an issue with lag and CapCut after recording on my iPhone. I have a 16 Pro. Any advice? What type of specs do you have on your computer? That's what we gotta get into first. And you gotta, yeah, and you got the 16 Pro. So, which, what are you using the Black Magic app? And also, everybody that's in here right now, what's something that y'all are still like struggling with when it comes to filming and like social media or editing? Like y'all can choose either one of those topics, but what are y'all struggles that y'all have when it comes to editing? What are y'all struggles with that y'all have with filming? And what is the struggle that y'all have with like growing on social media? Y'all can choose either one of those. It starts glitching after I updated CapCut on my MacBook. I gotta know your specs though, because depending on like how fast your computer is, that sounds like what the problem is. Maybe it's not strong enough to like process that footage. That's what it sounded like. But yeah, CapCut is definitely that guy, or for the women is definitely that lady. I think it's definitely the best program to use for simple edits. But struggling with editing it on time and taking long to finish the edit, where I start to push it away. So I deal with this daily. And you know what that is? It's because it's either two things. You are literally filming things first and you're trying to figure out the edit later. But what I have to go back to is, and this is why I learned, I was like, bro, why the hell I used to edit vlogs and put those together so fast when I first started filming versus now. And you know what it is? You got to film things in chromatic like order. So you want to, well, chronological, order. So you want to be start to finish. So I think what I'm doing a lot is I film things out of order, and then I try to figure it out in post. But I need to go back to literally, once I do this needs to happen. Once that happens, this needs to happen. So it's like when you lay all of the clips down, it's kind of already in edited. You just cutting down the parts that you don't want in it. So once you film things like that, it kind of already is edited in your head. And I think that's what I'm basically trying to say. So create the edit as you're doing it. Don't try to like figure it out later. And that's what we're that's probably our issue right there. So I know that when I vlog from now on, I'm gonna literally film things the way that I want it to be done in post. Not, I'm gonna go here first and then edit here. I'm gonna film here too, and all this shit just going place to place, and then get to the computer and be like, damn, which should be the opening scene or shit like that. Now sometimes you just sporadically feel like certain things should be placed uh in different parts of the video better, but overall, I realized that kind of just creates a headache too. So I'm gonna just real deal go back to filming things in order and just let that kind of be the vlog. Cause then I could drop our vlogs shit damn near daily doing that. But it's the whole trying to film random shit and then get to the computer and figure it out. It's a headache. All right, so say I haven't used Blackmagic. I've been using CapCut. I've only used CapCut, but I think it's the video camera settings before updated. I got a new phone. So yeah, like he just said, if you don't have at least 32 gigs of RAM in your computer, you will come across lagging issues. Yeah. Um, you ever put something together so fast you wonder if you haven't done enough? Oh yeah, for sure. Um, I, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post this video today. Um, but this video that I put together, I actually put this shit together in like 15 minutes. And the edit, when y'all see the edit, it's gonna be like, wow, like this was done in 15 minutes, but it's crazy because, like I said, I'm starting to get back into the mode of seeing things done already. So once you do that, it's kind of easy, you know. Um, but yeah, G, just you definitely want to download the Black Magic app for filming because not only does it save you space, because filming with your actual cinematic mode and shooting log and all of that on your iPhone the regular way, those file sizes be fucking huge. But what I like about the Black Magic app is the file sizes don't be too crazy. When you film with that, you get to control your camera settings, white balance, all of that type of stuff. So yeah, just be very mindful of that. And yeah, like I said, even with you, you could really book one of the coaching things and I could like see what your specs and go like really deep dive in your computer and see like what's really messing it up. If you wanted to. And but yeah, I definitely recommend using the Black Magic app if y'all do have iPhones. Like I said, you don't need a camera. Um, I'm actually considering upgrading my phone, but you know the crazy thing about that is by the time I upgrade to this iPhone, they're gonna be dropping a new one. They drop one every year now, so it's like, should I get the 16 or should I wait for the 17? Like what should I do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My main issue is YouTube watch hours. My goal is to be very consistent all year and really just improve quality. So you just said it right there. So once you improve quality and content, all this shit just kind of falls in place. But the reason why people are not sticking around, it could be the quality itself, but I think most importantly, it's the storytelling. Um, Now let me say that. I'm gonna say this shit and be very transparent. It's a lot of y'all that was just like me. Y'all think just because you film content, that shit is great. No, the hell is not. I'm gonna be honest. Like just because you filmed a lot of content doesn't mean it's a very interesting vlog. It does not mean that it's relatable. It doesn't mean any of that shit. Like I had to like snap out of delusion when it comes to that and think, damn, bro, I feel like people just sleep on me. No, they're not. They actually are woke and they realizing this is some bullshit that you filmed. Like this is literally just a random shit that you're doing, and you're just throwing it together and making it very long for no reason. And yeah, some people don't even watch past 30 seconds of your 20 to 40-minute vlogs. So you have to really reevaluate. If you can't keep people watching a very long vlog for longer than goddamn 30 seconds, then you got to really work on it. So what I would suggest doing is you want your first shots to be eye-catching, very eye-catching, to the point where it's like, it set the tone. Like for me, right? And I want y'all to say yes, like true or false for this, what I'm about to say. When y'all watch my videos, the first scene always lets you know what you about to expect for the entire vlog, right? True or false? Most of y'all probably hit subscribe as soon as y'all like saw the content, like right away you just already knew, like I already know what type of level this person is on. You feel me? So you really want to okay, first is I want y'all to adapt this mentality. And see, this is me kind of going in my coaching mode right now. First impressions is everything. I always remember that, right? We've been taught that since kids. So a lot of the simple principles that you live your life by, you actually got to put it into your creativity too. So if I want people to see me as a great cinematographer, right? I'm not gonna put a scene like this. Like I'm not gonna just have weird ass angles, just shit like this. And when it comes on, this is the first thing you see. Like you get what I'm saying? Versus me sitting in the sunlight. This is with my phone. It's all about placement. I just showed y'all turning the camera um a, to a weird angle just made it feel very off-putting, made it feel very not pleasing to the eye. But me just moving into the sunlight, just letting the natural sunlight come in, I'm sitting in the right position, it just naturally changes the look. So I think a lot of people, they're not even processing like what is eye catching. They're just like capturing moments. And what I do is I like to do both. I want to capture real moments, but at the same time, I want to capture it to the best of my abilities. That's the way I think when I film. So if you're the person that just recording shit to record it, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? I'm just be honest. You feel me? So I started filming 5 to 6 minute videos with storytelling so I don't ramble. Okay, that's great. True. I also, he said also, what are some good hooks for storytelling? I'm gonna put it like this, right? And I'm actually about to, bro, this is crazy. Like y'all, we talking about storytelling. I'm actually supposed to be recording a voiceover and dropping a film in 5 tutorial on this. But I'm gonna name it the power of storytelling. The same way they say power is in the tongue, power is also um the power of just being creative and just using your imagination is undeniable. I feel like the only way that people become like the best creatives, you have to really use your imagination to the fullest extent. I tell people all the time, if you don't have inspiration, then you should use imagination. With that being said, it's no right or wrong to what you create. I think a lot of people have that mentality. That's what holds them back. They feel like I got this idea, but people are not gonna like it because stop doing that shit, bro. Just stop. Like you're literally shooting yourself down before you even try to put it out and see what the reaction is. You kind of already telling yourself that people are not going to like it, and you have no idea that they are or not. So what I do is I use my imagination. I create the things that my head comes like what's in my brain, like the things that's in my brain. I try to bring them out. So uh, if I have like a, how can I put it? And I don't know if this is intuition, right? Uh, I don't know if it's my intuition that give me ideas to film the stuff I do because, like I tell you, I don't plan it. I can honestly say I wake up and some just be like, bro, go out and vlog right now. Like just literally get your camera and go. And for some reason, I always get put in the best like situations as far as lighting, shit like that. But it's because I literally follow my imagination. My imagination is telling me, I see this happening right now. This is a beautiful time of the day. So in my head, I start to imagine the shots that I could get. And once I start imagining, my intuition kicks in and tells me to go do just that. So it's kind of a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? One thing lead to two things type shit. So in order to unlock full creativity, you have to fully be in your imagination. You got to become delusional in a sense. If y'all think I'm bullshitting, I feel like a lot of people, and I'm gonna give an example. Of this how you know everybody has a creative side, but they just don't use it for the right shit. How many of y'all can recall the time y'all was in a relationship, right? And this is gonna help y'all see shit differently. You could and you ever have y'all ever jumped to a conclusion or assumed something and you felt it so deep that you feel like it really happened? That's your imagination taking over 100%. So if you could use it for a negative thing, why you can't use it for something positive? You know, say if you with a person and you feel like they cheating, some people can really visualize the person cheating on them, how they did it, when they did it, what time they did it, the person they was with, how they look, you know, all that shit. So if you can go that deep into your fucking brain and do something negative with it, why you can't go that deep for something positive? And that's what I had to realize because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of situations have fucked me up in the head because I'm so creative. I can create a full blown scenario and see the shit happening. That's a very scary thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had to limit myself with that shit too. Like, you gotta know when to turn this creative shit off because if you allow it into your personal life, it could actually ruin situations. And it has for me. I'm gonna be honest. But you know the crazy thing is when I get into that mode of really having these deep thoughts about somebody, it usually be true though. That's the sad part. For me, it be different. Like this shit be right on the money, and it scares people because it's like this person, I didn't tell this person anything. He just felt that something was off. And it's like when I bring it up, the shit be spot on. So it's like it be scary to me. So that's why like when I have a weird feeling about things, I trust it because honestly, when I don't, I usually get myself hurt. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things. So that actually should be a series I do too. Um, it's where this person is so creative that he actually create and visualize things happening, and the whole time that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he can kind of foresee a lot of things happening, and that's how he's able to avoid situations or maneuver around life without things. That's how he learned how to make things work in his favor, pretty much. So I think that'll be a good topic too. But yeah, I think a lot of us we be too invested into the wrong things, and that's why we lack creativity for the right things. So just be very self conscious and aware of that shit. This is something that I had to learn, but yeah, we definitely can go in our bag real deep on negative shit. But it's like when we try to find that positive side, it's like we lack it. That's either because you surrounded around you affiliated with too many people that's not in the same space of you or whatever, and you gotta like disconnect from people and find that side in yourself again. That's what I had to do. Um, People really can drain the hell out of your energy. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's a very toxic thing to deal with, because some people, like I said, they only have creativity for that. And where I'm at, I don't even care to use my creativity in that type of way. It's not worth it. So you gotta be very careful of the people you have around you, the energy that you allow into your life. Cause yeah. You know, it's a lot of empty glasses out here, and people just let you pour into them, but they have nothing they can pour back into you. You know, so with that being said, man, y'all gotta definitely just be very self aware and yeah, just be more mindful of like the energy that you put into things because you could use that for something else. You know, just like me. I could have just been sitting here scrolling on social media, but instead I felt like it's my duty to get on here and inspire and talk because I know when I say things, it's power in the tongue for real. You know, so it's like some of y'all probably hear this shit today and it probably have really changed our whole perspective on everything. You know what I'm saying? So when I speak, it's not from a place of feeling like I know it all. I don't feel like I'm better than nobody. I speak from what I have been through at this age, and I hope that people younger than me or shit, even older than me, they kind of learn something from it and it changes the way they see shit, you know, because I didn't have any mentors and shit like that to get to where I'm at. All this is self-taught as far as the filming, all this shit. I don't you know, I don't do therapy, I don't do none of that shit, you know. So what I do, I call it self-therapy a lot. I question myself and if I can't come up with answers, I have to find answers to it. And doing that naturally helps you become a better person because you are literally, you know, doing a self diagnosis test, I guess. You're trying to figure out the things that you lack and you got to figure out how to like fill those things in with something positive and not a person. That's where I was fucking up at a lot. When to fill those fill in the blanks, I kind of put people there, but people are temporary. Your passion is not. If I died today, I would still be technically a filmmaker, but you know, if a relationship dies, then you just back single. You know what I'm saying? So it just don't put your energy into people too much. Put your energy into purpose. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, if you find the right person, that's different. If you with a person, y'all locked in, yes, y'all can invest into each other, but like I said, into each other. It shouldn't feel like one person's investing more, you know, vice versa type shit. But if you lock in on your purpose, sometimes that's when you find your person. And I think that's the approach that I'm at. You know, I'm not in search of anything. I'm not, you know, yeah, I'm just not in that space. I'm not chasing after nothing. I'm just chasing after that version of myself that I see at the end. You know what I'm saying? And that's truly, you know, a person that's financially like well off, you know, got the free time to really just enjoy time with my son, travel, all that type of shit. You feel me? So that's what I'm on. Do you feel like the creative space for sharing content on Instagram is dying? Hell no. No, not at all. So, uh, when it comes to content, right? I think it's more so people are just I can't even say this no more though, cause see, I feel like I don't kind of crack the code a little bit. Um, you just gotta really put out the things that people are like is looking forward to seeing. I think, you know, for right now, that's why trends go crazy, right? Um, yeah, hell no. Because like I said, for me, I personally drop tutorials and stuff like that, and that's what has like blown up for me. So I can't really say the shit I used to, like, oh yeah, people sleep on this shit, man. People don't this and that. That's not really the case no more. I think people are starting to wake up and realize that they need to add value to themselves or they're gonna literally be left out. So everybody's trying to learn how to be a content creator right now. So me doing cinematic vlogging, it was the smartest idea because a lot of people are now aspiring to be vloggers and shit. And when they come across my content, I'm like damn near the god of it. You know what I'm saying? Like to them. So whatever I kind of like put out to people, they're gonna try to like take heed of it. And I be very careful with that. Like that's why I be genuine. I don't try to like sell people bullshit. I'm not here for that. And that's what separates me from other people. See, that they see is just as good or shit. They even got bigger followings. The difference between me and them is I'm an actual real person. Like when I get off this camera and shit, I promise you I'm the same way. If y'all think I'm bullshitting, y'all can answer less. Like I'm literally the same as that way in person. So a lot of people are putting on a character to like sell things to y'all. I'm not here to be a salesman. I'm just here to provide services and just kind of like my like I said, my love language is helping people. It's giving. So it makes me feel good to give y'all this information. I'm gonna be honest, like it does something for my soul. I feel like I'm releasing all of these ideas I have. I'm kind of releasing it to the world, and whoever takes note of it, um, that's for them. I don't feel bad about giving anything because that's truly what I am here to do. My mom is a giving person. My grandma is. So I was raised by respectable women. So when it comes to shit like that. I don't gotta overexert myself. I don't gotta, I'm not like against what people got going on and shit like that, but I think it's a way to give to people and not lose yourself. And I feel like a lot of people are afraid of that because they lack originality already. They feel like they give a little bit of themselves, they gave everything. And I used to say that shit until I realized, like, bro, my entire life, I literally have made people become rappers. I have made people, not made, I have inspired people to become rappers. I have inspired people to get cameras. I inspired people to play basketball. I inspired people to make beats. I inspired people to do a lot of the things that I do just from them being around me. And I've been this way since a kid. So it's like I'm basically working against my own nature in a sense if I don't do these things. It's like I'm not doing my purpose here on earth. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I feel like the crazy thing is, and this sounds crazy to me, but I could really see myself being one of the people be that could be talked about in school and shit. I might already have somebody probably could have did a project on me or some shit. But I just feel like my approach to film and just all of this stuff is way deeper than just the content. And I think people could tell that. If you really tap in, you could just feel it like, yeah, this is a person that's really creating emotion off of what he's doing, and no matter what it is. So that's very hard to do in this space. So I just see myself becoming that. That's why a lot of people say you are shit, you've been a mentor forever. You've been a mentor your whole life. I'm the oldest out of all of my siblings and shit, so I had to already have that type of mentality to be, a leader or whatever. But I'm just trying to like become an even better one, pretty much. And y'all are helping me with that daily. So me helping y'all is helping me. Little do y'all know, you know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of like where I'm at with it. But yeah, like I said, man, I'm not with all the fake shit, man. I genuinely get on here and be myself. I'm not trying to sell anything to people. Like I said, I put out, my services because that's just for who needs it. But I'm not here to like scream it all day. And that's my problem too. Maybe I need to stop thinking like that. How is it having more people in your videos and working with them? So far it's been great. To be honest, it's been really cool. Like I said, Celeste, she was really dope, very positive spirited, as always, very supportive. Like literally, even though I haven't heard her voice or anything, I could kind of put two and two together. I'm like, she's a very supportive person. Um, I fought with her for sure. Jay, I just met him when I was in Miami filming the content with Unghetto. Very humble guy, very determined. He's very eager to learn. So it felt great because everybody that's around me is like soaking up knowledge and really, passionate about trying to get to a certain place. And I know I got the tools to help them. So that's kind of like what it felt like. But yeah, overall, I feel great about it. It's something that I'm actually proud of. And like I said, I wish more people would have showed up, but I didn't do a great job. But I will, work on that. Say question, what's the difference between the V2 pack? So the V2 Luts, uh, I say if you're a person that need a natural LUT, I would recommend getting the V2 pack. The first pack is more tailored for people that want that real dramatic look. You feel me? So, it got like a lot of deep blues and stuff, really harsh, like warmness and all of that. But if you want something that's a little bit more subtle and have like variations, I would say the V2 would be good. Overall, they both gonna be $75 together if you buy both. I would recommend buying both because you might get that pack. My damn, well, I actually kind of wish I would have got these color grades too. So I don't know. Me personally, I would recommend both to people. I'm actually gonna drop one this week for y'all. I swear to God, I'm gonna literally make the shit today. I'm not playing. Like I'm gonna make a new LUT pack today. Potentially drop that shit tomorrow. Good morning too. What's going on, Cole? Yeah, he was actually one of the people that told me about it. I think the Volandis thing. But yeah, that was funny. I had like 5 people send me screenshots of that. But yeah, man, power to him, man. I'm just glad he's feeling healthy and shit. Besides all this creative shit, I don't be caring. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the V2 pack is dope. I would definitely get it. So Blackmagic 6K or Panasonic S52X and why? I'm gonna say Panasonic S52X just because it has autofocus and all that. They did just add autofocus to this Blackmagic, but this shit is not auto. It feels very, I don't know, y'all witnessed it. And a lot of people was like, oh bro, why would you use a very contrasty like scene like the garage to see how good the autofocus is? And I'm like, because my S52 would have still tracked me. That's why. I think that's the problem with a lot of these camera heads and shit. They try to put things in a perfect scenario and test it, and I think that's bullshit. Because if I wake up and I want to vlog myself, I need to see how does this camera actually work in real situations. Don't try to put all these motherfucking studio lights up and shit, and then let me know how good something is. I'm not believing that. Cause it's like a commercial at that point. You're really trying to advertise the shit. No, I want to see how it really works. So put me in a real situation, like just walk outside with this shit and show me if it works. That's how I think with my content. That's what I think a lot of brands try to send me stuff for because I naturally let people see that it works in real time. Like I'm not gonna like be like, let me turn on hella lights, let me, make this shit perfect, then see if it works. I think that's bullshit. Like it's crazy. Cause my S5 II would attract me in the dark. I'm gonna be honest, it still would have noticed me. Like, so for that shit to do that much hunting and stuff like that, it's crazy. So is your Panasonic shooting B-Raw? Nah, I never use B-Raw. I got the S5 too, like the basic one. But I don't know what's the fascination with shooting raw. I really don't understand. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get it. That to me, I feel like shooting raw is for people that don't that get like they get their settings and shit wrong the first time. That's what I personally feel. Because when you think about it, that's the only reason why you really want it. You want to be able to change your ISO and stuff later. I miss him too, man. Don't get me emotional here. Yeah, I miss him too. But yeah, I miss my little guy. I call him my little object. The reason I say that because it's damn near like AI. It copies and pastes everything I'm doing. Yeah, it's like once I do one thing, he's literally like copying it. So yeah, I actually got a little story time with that too with my son. It was probably the funniest thing he ever did. So recently, so when I had my son and shit, I'll never forget this, bro. I woke up. He woke me up because he was riding the bike through the house, being loud as hell. Just you know, I think he was trying to get me up. He's actually my alarm clock too. It's a little cute little alarm clock, I would say. But the kid, I never get out. Open my eyes up, and I guess I was just stretching. I was looking kind of crazy, and my son was like, he said, "Dad, you ugly," and he drove off on the. He like literally rolled off on the bike right after saying it, and I'm like, did I really create a jigsaw baby? That's what it kind of feels like, especially on the little red bike. I feel like kind of like violating me like that and riding off right after you say it. It really had me in tears, like crying, laughing, bro. Like I was literally weak, bro, because I never heard him call anybody ugly, and it's like why the first person I hear that about is me. It was the funniest shit ever, bro. Like so that's why I call it, an object. That's not a human to me. The way that he violates and just naturally just rides off and he didn't even care like what he just did, it was the funniest shit ever, bro. It was a proud moment because I grew up talking shit in school a lot. I was one of the roast kings. Like I was one of the people that, when somebody new to the school thinks they the funniest guy or, they trying to roast people, they used to come get me out of class to come roast this new person. And then, it'd be a battle of the words. I usually win, we shake hands and they're like, yeah, bro, you really funny. So yeah, I see that he's gonna potentially be this might work against me though. Like I could see him being like a class clown type. But he's gonna be very smart too, I can tell. He's gonna be both. So I am gonna get a lot of calls of, he said this to another student and knowing me as a parent, I might be like, and this is like my dark humor. My mom was telling me this is a funny. I should make this a actual little skit, but if I get a call about my son actually calling somebody ugly, I'm gonna ask, was the kid really ugly though? Is he lying? Because I'm not teaching my son to lie. So did y'all actually reevaluate? Did y'all really evaluate the kid and see if he's telling the truth or not? Because I'm not gonna punish my son for telling the truth. That's something I'm not gonna do. So if I see the kid and I kind of agree, I can't punish him for that. And that's just kind of dark humor, but yeah, I can see that we'll have a problem with that because a lot of things that I should take serious with him, I probably wouldn't, just because the type of person I am. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a headache for sure. Yeah, if y'all have kids, man, and they are pretty much you in a sense, you know yourself. I can't really be mad at what I know. It's like, bro, I would have probably did the same shit. So it's one of those things. But overall, man, he's a very respectful kid. Like he's literally the best. I say all the time, that was the best one take I ever had. You know what I'm saying? Besides the film shit, that's a great one take. I feel I have no complaints as far as my son. Like the way he carries himself, all that. Like it was a perfect kid. Thank God. Yeah. for sure. And yeah, but yeah, man, that's my guy, man. Even though he called me ugly, and then it was funny because this how I know he really knows what he's doing with that word. And it's not ugly, it's uggy. So uggy is a little bit more. It's I don't know. It's very childish, but it really hits home though for me. Um, Once he hit me with that, it was like a few days later. I had took my hair down. My hair was like crinkled, and he said, "Dad, you not ugly. You cute, man." And he rolled back off again, and it's just like, bro, I started crying, laughing all over again. I'm like, bro, this kid is something else, bro. So he's definitely a character. Yeah, I miss my guy, man. Yeah, so he thought about it, and well, no, he did right off. So I thought deep about it, and I woke up. I really looked in the mirror, like, damn, am I really ugly? And it was crazy because my son told me this right before I went to Miami. So I'm around all these girls and shit. And I'm just like, bro, my son literally told me I was ugly right before I left. So it's like, I'm like, damn, I know other people got to see it too then. So I was like kind of self-conscious. I'm like, bro, he really did his shit with that, man. Like, I'm just playing. I'll be taking him serious, but he's funny though, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. And this is like one of millions of things that he have did, but that by far was the funniest shit. Cause I literally woke up to the disrespect. Like, when you first get up, you stretching, you goddamn basic, you ain't even seeing clear. I just see him at the doorway on the bike, and he said, "Dad, you ugly," and rolled off. And I'm like, the fuck was that about? Like, it's no good morning. It was just you ugly. That was the first thing he said to me. So it was like, bro, he's an asshole for real. But this is what I created. That's literally me in the flesh. I would probably do some shit like that. So it's hilarious. And speaking of the guy, look at my screensaver here. Well, his screensaver. This is what he did with my iPad. He took me off and put himself on there. So this is the object here. Just looks like a guy that's having fun. Basically, name calling. I could just see it. He has a chain, earrings. He's feeling himself too much, and maybe that's my fault. He's feeling himself too much. Yeah. But I wouldn't change it for the world, man. And I'm not just saying that shit because it sounds cliche. I really, yeah, it's the best one take. Yeah. But damn, man, I've been on this shit 81 minutes. That's crazy. I feel like Kobe right now. 81? That's crazy. How long is that? Oh, it's almost what, an hour and a half. But yeah, man, I just y'all know me, man. I like to get on here and just vent to y'all. Not really vent, because venting is like, to me, sound like some going through some shit all the time. Oh, he already picked up a camera for sure. Yeah. I think it's kind of, yeah, he's always been into taking pictures. I think he might be into the photography side. I think he might be into both. But he literally would grab my phone while I'm asleep, take pictures of me sleeping, which I will never disclose those pictures. They are really bad. Like, it damn near looked like I was in a casket. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I look dead to the world. Like, he literally was fascinated by snapping pictures of me while I'm asleep, which I feel kind of weird. But once he learned how to use that camera button on my phone, it's been nonstop ever since. So he's already into it, and I think, to be honest, this is kind of crazy what I'm about to say. I feel like he gets that from my grandma. My grandma, she takes pictures with the old little disposable cameras y'all can get from CVS and shit. She still does that. She has always did it since we were kids. So I think that passion for like for photos and stuff comes from her. And that's how it be. In your DNA, certain things come from people down the line. I feel like that's one of the things that he's gonna have in him as well. He like capturing every like moment type shit. Like when he has my tablet, we do this thing where he'll snap pictures of me nonstop, and I'll be like, stop, and he like get a kick out of that because I don't like being taking pictures. So he'll like chase me around and be snapping unlimited pictures of me, and I'm like, bro, when I look back at him, I just be looking crazy, bro. And then they be looking like some exorcist type shit, and I'd be like, this kid is getting on my nerves, bro. I'd be like, Mario, stop taking pictures of me, bro. And I just hear shh, 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 shh. I'm like, bro, I'm like, this is driving me crazy. Like, why are you snapping so many pictures, bro? And I be looking crazy. So yeah, he's funny, man. But yeah, when I say he changed this, like, I literally, let me see, what was my screensaver on here? Yeah, so you see, like, he knows how to do this. I had this as my screensaver, which I should have had him anyway. I don't even remember like how the hell this one got over here, but I know him. He knows how to change this shit. So he put himself up because this is one of the ones I had up here. I said, hey man, get your picture off of this, and he'll cry laughing about that. So Yeah, he's silly, man. But he's literally me. Like I don't even need a DNA test for him. Like I know for a fact it's 100%. Like, bro. Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, man, hopefully I ain't take too much of y'all time today, man. I need to really get off of this and lock in. I ain't let me not say that. Cause honestly, talking to y'all is, I think what I have to understand about what I'm transforming into, going live and shit is actually becoming my new way of doing all of this shit. My point was to become more available to be able to do shit like this and not, feel like I got to jump off and do other people's work and shit. I wanted to eventually get to where it's 100% about myself, and that's what I'm making a living off of. So it's getting to that point, but yeah, definitely, and I don't have like a certain speed that I'm expecting to happen with it. I'm just enjoying the process, and yeah, just I'm embracing the process. Let me say that. I'm embracing the process. So whether the good and the bad that comes with it, I'm gonna just keep counting on myself and just applying myself daily until I get to a certain place. So yeah, when it come down to it, man, I want to lock in and just, get myself, just keep helping my channel grow and all of this shit. But I know I need to drop more informative stuff. That's really the key. And that's what I'm about to get into. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna probably go live again later. I know I'm probably go live on TikTok for a little bit. If y'all do want to like jump over on that, I should have turned been editing this stuff with the phone turned this way, but I just really wanted to like, let y'all know what's on my brain. Though a lot of people I haven't really been in that bag as much, like expressing like my thoughts and trying to, basically like just have a general like talk with y'all, but overall, that's just where I'm at. Um, I said W grandma makes sense. Nah, for sure. Yeah, she's definitely into camera, so that's why I feel like my passion comes from too. So it's one of those things. But yeah, like I said, man, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. If I don't get back on here, I said I'm definitely gonna get on TikTok live though, like probably like right now and just edit on there because I be trying to, and I ain't gonna say like, cause I feel like on my YouTube, I feel like I got the biggest following, but I don't feel like people tap in as much as other shit when I go live. It's weird. It's like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I got a lot of people that just hit subscribe and don't really be on YouTube as much. They're not that active on it, but I gotta work on that. I need like people that when I go live, I be expecting it with 22,000 subscribers. I be expecting at least 100 people at a time. That's just me being real. But yeah, the most I have seen was like close to 30 people in here at once, and I was like, oh shit, it's getting serious. But a lot of time these people be finding me on the homepage. Like right now, as people scrolling down on the YouTube homepage, they have my live going. So people are just clicking who don't even subscribe, and then they'll either subscribe from here or whatever. So I got to work on that. But yeah, like I said, man, let me get off of this. I need to go and eat. I need to go make us like run a few errands real quick. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go live on TikTok, and depending on like, yeah, I'm gonna go live on TikTok for sure. Um, so just be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna probably realistically, what time is it? It's 11. I'm gonna go live at like probably 12 or right before. So just I'm most definitely gonna be on there. I'm gonna edit the vlog that I filmed last night. Some of the scenes I was in the gym, but what I'm starting to do is I can film things in days and just kind of like take some of these scenes from this day, mix it with this day. I'm gonna show y'all how that goes. So yeah, just be on the lookout. And shit, I'll see y'all later. I love all y'all.